Hey guys, it's Fish, and I'm back with another episode of Fish Teachers, and we're back in the world of Subnautica. Now, one of the biggest questions that I get asked is, where do I find the blueprint for that? How did you build that? Where do I find the fragments for this item? Even on that latest Fish Teachers episode, I was inundated with questions about items that I had. Where do I find this? Where do I find that? So the next episode of Fish Teachers is going to go through, where do we find those items? Where on the map can I find them? So if you'll give me a little second, this is what Subnautica looks like from the top down. It's a pretty easy map to find, but I will also link a copy of it in the description below. And in this episode, I am going to move from location to location, finding a fragment of each blueprint that interests people. Okay? So if you'll give me a moment, I will make a little cut here, and when I'm back, we'll be in our first location with our first fragment piece. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Hey guys, and now we're finding the first fragment that we need to know about, the Seamoth. It's probably the most requested one because it's the one that gets you set up in this game the best, in my opinion, because here I have my trusty Seamoth, if I can find it, over there, and God, this thing's, it's amazing. It's fast, it's agile, and it protects you from most of the nasties in the area. And if you're like me, I like to fit it out with 4 storage containers that hold 16 pieces of storage each. So I can just put all kinds of fish in here. See, all the fish I've collected so far fit, or just about all of them fit in one of those little hatches, and I got 4 of them. I call it the SS U-Haul because that's how amazing it is. It will carry everything you need it to carry. So I'm bringing up the map now where I am. This is where I found my fragment. Now the game says that you will find the fragments in a few other locations, which I have placed on the map also, that you can see right now. But one thing that I failed to mention in my little intro there was, to get these fragments you need a scanner. Now you can make a scanner with 2 pieces of titanium and a battery, and it's one of the starter blueprints, so you don't need to go searching for it because that would be silly. Scan the scanner blueprint with what? So you get to start with that, and to make a battery is pretty easy. It's just a piece of silver ore which you have a chance to get in the starter zone, and also 2 pieces of acid mushrooms. Very, very, very easy to make, and it's going to last you forever. This is the one that I first made when I first started the game, and I've got 18 hours played on this account. Well, this playthrough of the game. So, very, very easy. Once you've built that, you're going to go looking for the fragments, and they're going to look a little like this. That's a bad example, because it's going to look like a little safe. I think it's supposed to denote some kind of safe place that is blown out of the aurora, but I think the safes look a little silly. Now, just go up to it with your scanner in your hand and right click, and it's going to start scanning that.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And then because I've already got it, it's going to give me 2 pieces of titanium. So it's not a bad way of getting metal if you already have the pattern, but if you don't, it's very, very useful. Now they've changed the fragment requirements from 5 fragments to 3 fragments. So that's amazing. So I just found one there. And I found another one before which was in a bit of a bad location, so I didn't go down to get it. But if you're really desperate, you might just do a bit of a kamikaze run to go and get it. So very, very easy to get. And once you've got a Seamoth and you've built it, you're never going to have any problems. But before we can build our Seamoth, we need to build our mobile vehicle bay. And they've changed that from a starter blueprint to a blueprint that you need to scan. So the next blueprint that we're going to scan is the mobile vehicle bay. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Alright guys, here we are with the Holy Grail, the mobile vehicle bay fragment. This is the one I get asked about the most. It must be very, very rare. It's the first one I've run into, and I've been working on this for about an hour and a half so far, just getting different fragments here and there. But this is the one that you need. You can't build a Seamoth without it, you can't build a Cyclops without it, so you really, really need this one. And I'm putting the location of the one that I have found up now. Alright, cool. If you needed to see that for a bit longer, just pause the video or go back, pause the video, and find the location yourself. Now, your mileage may vary, it may not be in that location, but at least that gives you a starting point. So I'm going to nab this one up, and I've just seen some stalker teeth, so I'm going to pick them up as well because they're very, very handy. Anytime a stalker picks up a piece of titanium metal from the ship, it'll have a chance to drop a stalker tooth, and they're very useful in crafting. So if you see them, pick them up. Don't think, oh yeah, I'll get them later, because when you do go and get them later, they're just never around. So you might as well pick them up while you can. Alright guys, I'm going to head off and find the next fragment. I'll see you soon. Alright guys, we're at our next fragment location, and this time I'm really excited to bring this one to you because it's the Moonpool. Moonpool's amazing. It's a building that you can add to your base, and what it'll do is it'll essentially dock your Seamoth to it. It'll charge it up. You can put a modification station into it as well, which will allow you to put the additions onto the Seamoth, such as the extra storage that I'm carrying right now, the extra pressure protection and that sort of stuff. So really useful fragment. Let's get him on scanned up, and the location for this is on the screen right now. If you need to see it for a bit longer, just pause the video, go back and pause the video. I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to go and find the next fragment for our video. See you soon. So guys, the next fragment for our video is right next to where the Moonpool fragment was. So same location. I will just tag this one onto the end of the other video so that the location for the Moonpool fragment is exactly the same as the location for the terraforming fragment. So we will get this one scanned up. Haven't used the terraformer yet, but I believe it can take a lot of the land out and make little holes and divots in the land. One thing you need to be careful about though is that it does increase the file size of your game and the loading times, because it's changed from the default. So the game's got to try and fix that. Fix that and render that. So that's just one thing to keep in mind when you're using the terraformer. Alright guys, I'll bring you back once I have another fragment location. I'll see you soon. Guys, and we're back with our next upgrade fragment, Seamoth upgrade console fragment. So this is a real treat, this one. This allows you to put into your Moonpool, or I think I was mentioning it before in the Moonpool one, where you can put it into your Moonpool, and that allows you to upgrade certain aspects of your Seamoth. Now, you've got 4 slots you can put this stuff into. There's torpedoes, there's, perimeter defense systems which shock fish that come near you. There's the extra storage that I use a lot. You've got pressure, protection from pressure. So you can put 4 of those on there and go like 4 times deeper than normal. So it's a very handy little fragment. And you only need 3 of these fragments to get yourself a Seamoth upgrade console. So we'll scan this one here. Doesn't take long. Oh. I actually do have this one, but it's saying that I don't. So I guess when I ported the game across, it got rid of the knowledge that I have of that. But anyway, where I found this, I'm bringing up the map right now. If you need some more time, just go back, pause the video, as I was saying in the previous ones. That's the way it's just going to have to go from now on, because I can't afford to have it up on the screen for too long. Otherwise it gets boring in the video. Alright guys, I'm going to head off, find another fragment, and I'll see you shortly. Guys, and we're back with the next fragment. Ooh, bit erratic over there. Next one is the base filtration unit. So you need 2 fragments for this one. I only got 1 there, but I've already got this one. This one is very useful. What it'll do is it'll convert energy in your base to water and salt. Now, be warned, it consumes a lot of power. A lot. So be prepared with like a thermal generator or something along those lines, because when the day goes out and you're not getting any solar panel power anymore, this thing is going to eat your base's power alive. And when you don't have any power, you can't use a fabricator, so you can't make food and all that kind of good stuff. So you want to be very careful about using this particular fragment. But it makes amazing stuff. For instance, let's have a look, see if I got some. big filtered water. So what it'll do is it'll make two salts and 2 big filtered waters for every time that and then it'll stop working until you collect that stuff, and then it'll make it again. So it's a very, very useful item, but it's a very, very power intensive item. So just be prepared to be able to power the hell out of it. Alright guys, I'll head off and I will get to the next fragment, and I'll bring you back when I'm there. See you soon. Guys, next fragment on the list is the thermal plant. This one is an amazing find, very, very useful. But what you need to do is you need to find a hotspot, such as the bit that says hot over there. I found a little bit of a thermal spring somewhere into the north, and I can mark that on the map along with the location that I've got, and I'll mark that right now. Okay, same deal as before. If you need to see it, just scroll back or roll the video back and pause it until you know exactly where you're going. For both of them, that is. Noting that that thermal spring was in the previous version, so maybe it's not in the latest. I did bring this game into the latest version though, and I'm assuming it changed all the terrain to be the same as what the latest version is, but just note that your mileage may vary on that one. But the thermal plant, very, very useful. You don't have to worry about the sun going down. It just keeps going and going and going, and it's not a very high temperature it needs either. I can't even remember what it is, but it was like 25 or 30 degrees at most.
Warning, 30 seconds.
Alright guys, I'll go and find the next one, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready. See you soon. Alright guys, next one on the agenda is this Seaglide. Or Creepvine. No, it's definitely a Seaglide. We're just getting at it. I will put the location that I found it at right now. Same deal as before. If you needed to see it, just rewind it and pause it until you know exactly where it is. Again, these aren't the only location that you can find them at. It's just where I found them at. Seaglide's pretty good. Before you get the Seamoth, the Seaglide can be a good way of getting around, bit of propulsion, but I find it's very expensive on the batteries. You've got to keep making batteries for it, and it's I don't think it's worth it if you can push to just get the Seamoth instead. Alright guys, I'll keep looking for a few more fragments, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready. See you soon. Alright guys, and now we've found one of the most important fragments that you will need. And it's taken me a long time actually, so it's a little disappointing that it's so far away. The solar panel fragment. I'm going to put up the location right now. Same deal as before. If you need to see it, just rewind and pause to find the location. Normally you'll find these in the kelp forests, so where all the creep vines are. So I'm going to go and grab this, and you need 2 of them. Now that's unfortunate because I've only found 1 so far, and I've been doing this for a long time. It used to be one that you got by default, and it's amazing. During the day you just get power for free. It only costs like a quartz and a titanium, I think. It's very, very cheap to power your base. Now, that's unfortunate that they've made it so hard to get, but I guess that's their way of slowing the game down a little bit. Alright, but anyway, I'm going to go and look for the Cyclops fragments, because I think they're the last ones that I need before we move on. Alright guys, see you soon. Alright guys, and I'm back, and for those of you who've played this game for a little while, I'm in a very dangerous area, so this is what it takes to bring you guys the important information. The Modification Station fragment. So this is a very, very important piece of gear. What this will do is this will modify things like your weapon, or your knife, your fins, and I can't remember what the third thing it improves, but one improvement that it can do is it can make your fins faster. It can also make your fins charge your battery devices, which is very, very useful. It can make your knife a heat knife. So it's a very, very important piece of gear, and do not underestimate the power of what is inside the Modification Station. Alright guys, I'm going to put up the location right now. If you need more time, as before,
Warning,
just
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Just go and rewind the video and pause, because I am going to run out of oxygen because I'm in a radiation suit right now.
Seconds of oxygen remaining.
So, alright guys, I'll continue on my merry way to bring you the rest of this information When I've got something, I'll bring you back soon. See you shortly. Alright guys, now we're back with our next fragment that we have found. Just doing a little bit of exploring, and it's the Stasis rifle. Now, I already have this one, but that's okay, we'll do it and get the fragments. Now, or the... I don't know. No, I haven't. I haven't finished this one. Oh, cheeky little game. Alright, that's excellent. Okay, so, for the Stasis rifle, we've got... I found it in this location. I'm popping it up right now. If you need to see that for any longer, just pause the video or go back a little bit, pause it, and make your way to that fragment. Now, as for the Stasis rifle, it used to be that you needed quite a few fragments, but now you need a lot less. You only need 3 fragments now. You used to need about 5 if I remember correctly. So that's why the numbers are all a little wonky for you guys, because this is a game that was started in an older version and ported across. But that's the Stasis rifle location. We'll continue on and we'll find what other fragments we can get. See you soon. Alright guys, our next fragment. The Cyclops pressure compensator fragment. So we haven't even found out how to build a Cyclops yet, but we can build the pressure compensator for it. Now, I'll put up where I found it right now. Same deal as before. If you need to look at it, just scroll back a little bit and get it. Now, there's 3 down here, and how convenient that we need 3. Well, I don't, because I've already got it all, but how convenient that you will need 3, and I found 3, so maybe you'll get lucky like me, and there'll be 3 fragments for you, so you can take your Cyclops as deep as you want. Alright guys, once I've got the next fragment, I'll bring you back. See you soon. And we're back guys, and we're at what is known as the Grassy Plateaus wreck. Now it's just a wreck that hangs out in the grassy plateaus. Now, I had a bit of a problem where I accidentally got a blueprint. I know that sounds really, really weird, but I scanned a bench inside of here, and it gave me the blueprint for benches. Now, you used to start with the blueprint for benches, but now you don't. So, I'm just going to have my scanner out. We're going to scan anything and everything. So, I think chairs, we can probably scan as well, and get ourselves another blueprint for chairs. So, this is going to be a multi-stage one, this one, because it looks like the wrecks have a lot of the blueprints in them. Did we get it? Yeah, there we go. See? Now we've got a Starship chair blueprint. And there was a bench here before as well that I got a blueprint from. Oh, that's it there. So I can't scan it anymore because I've actually already accidentally scanned it. Now, to get through these areas, you're going to need a cutting tool. So we're just going to assign that to our number 5. So just remember that you'll need a laser cutter for this portion of the game. Can we cut through this? No, we can't. No, don't think we can cut through that part. Okay, so I just made a mistake on that part. There will be some laser cutting going on. There is a bit of an element of exploration required. Now maybe we can cut through some of this. No? Okay, no, we're going up. Now you're going to need a decent amount of air for this as well. As you can see, I've got 165 air and I have almost died actually. So we're going to make a quick cut here and I'll bring us back when I'm in a bit quicker. Be back soon. Alright guys, we're back and this is a bit of a bonus one. I was not anticipating that I would find these. So I'm pretty stoked actually because this is something I don't have yet. Alright, so just hold on for a second. Oh, radiation. That's not good at all. Alright, so we're going to have to be quick about this one. We're going to be very quick. Because the radiation is slowly killing me. Okay, we've got a plant a pot plant blueprint. Now, is that a thing? And a picture frame as well. Actually, quickly, we'll just use a first aid kit, keep ourselves alive, so that we don't lose this one. What I'm going to have to do is maybe go back to my other base and get...
New blueprint.
There was not radiation just before, so that's... Okay, so it's only further into the base that there's radiation. So the picture frame and the pot plant, or one of them, there's actually 3 different pot plants. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to grab another first aid kit. But that was a definite bonus one, guys. You know, they're all decorative, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if you can really use them for anything, but, you know, make your base look nice. Alright guys, I'm going to keep going, and I'll bring you back when I've got another blueprint. I'll see you soon. Alright guys, apologies for the last part of the episode. Now, I'm putting up the location of this wreck right now. If you needed to see that for a bit longer, just go back and pause the video. I've gone back and gotten my radiation suit because there are more things to explore in this place, so I don't want to miss a single thing. Can we get that one? No. Got the picture frame. Can we open this door? Nope. Cool. I can open a door further in. Now that looks like water purification, but doesn't look like it is at this stage. That's right. Got a door here that we can open, so let's go and do that. And what else have we got? Is that another planter? No. A plant shelf. Okay, perfect. It's the same location, guys. 3 blueprints, so that's amazing. Exceptionally happy with this little expedition that we've done. So the second one, no, it's the same thing. What's that? No. No. I think this is a bench again. Yep. It is. Actually, I know this one. Okay, floodlights. And I'm getting a little worried because I'm running out of oxygen, so I don't know how this is going to go. But you got to risk it for the biscuit, as they would say.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay. Alright, we'll call it there, guys. Thanks. Not call it there, but I'll bring you back when I've got... Oh, that was painful. I'll bring you back when I've got another pattern. Alright, guys. I'll see you soon. Alright, guys. So we're back, and I found the blueprint for the desk. It was in the same wreck as the blueprint for the chair and also the bench. I'm led to believe that there's other fragments in here as well, so I will be exploring and potentially bringing you a bit more of that very, very shortly. But until I do find that stuff, I'll let you guys go, and I'll bring you back when you're ready. Or when I'm ready. See you soon. Okay guys, and we're back, and we've found the location of some fragments. This time it is the bioreactor. Now we already know what to do. Now we only need 2 fragments for this one, and I found 1, 2, and 3, all on the location that I'm putting up on the map right now. If you need to see that for a bit longer, just pause the video and look at it to your heart's content. But I will get this because this is one that I do not have yet, and so I'm really looking forward to putting it together. And there we go. We now have the bioreactor blueprint. So if we open up our blueprints, we now have the bioreactor. Composts plant matter into energy, 40 power per minute. So that's amazing. I'm actually going to build that because that's going to solve some of my power problems I'm having during the day when I only have my... I can't think of what it's called. My solar panels, that's the one. What was that so hard to think of? I'm not sure. But anyway, so that was a nice little bonus that we just had from searching through the wastes looking for the other stuff. So I'll throw it in here a bit later in the video for those of you who need a bit of power or a bit of extra power for your base. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Alright guys, after all that collecting of fragments, there was only one fragment that I didn't have already, or well, I didn't have some of them, but only one that I was really that interested in, and that was the bioreactor. Now, This model sucks. I don't think they've put a lot of thought or a lot of effort into the bioreactor model. So you can see not a lot of texturing. It's really just the model and that's it. So it looks like it's still yet to be painted unless I've done something crazy with it. Now, to make it work, and I don't know if I can actually do this. Yes, I can. You need creepvine samples, 3 of, and you need a fungal sample. Now, a fungal sample you're going to find in the mushroom area up to the northwest of the map. Now, you have to go deep, so don't go there if you haven't got a Seamoth, or at least a Seamoth with 1 pressure. I think you can get away with no pressure modules, but you can only then get the very top mushroom fragments, or fungal samples, sorry. So, it won't even let me because I've already got all the power that I need in this place. Maybe if I were to put this guy in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
No, that's at full power as well, so no big deal. You need three of those samples. I collected a whole bunch and I just dropped the fungal samples onto the roof here. I'll do the same thing with these, because why hold them when I don't have to? I can just leave them there, and they're sitting on my roof ready to use whenever I need power. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you found it very, very helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really, really does help the channel, and it helps me know that this is a series that you're very interested in, and it's been helping you a lot. If you've been enjoying this series, or even my other series, my Ark single and multiplayer series, my Transistor, or even my Wolf Among Us playthroughs, please consider subscribing to the channel. Not only does it help me with my subscriber count and just helping the search algorithms and things like that, it also helps you. It means that my videos will make it to your YouTube mailbox every single day, and you won't miss a single video from Fish Gaming. Alright guys, I've been Fish. This has been Fish Teaches Subnautica, the Fragment Edition, and I'll catch you next time.